Hey guys, Tech Timmy here. In this video, we're going to be unboxing the SofaBaton X2 Universal Remote. Let's go.
Oh boy, it's Tech Timmy time.
Alright, so first and foremost, I wanted to say a big thank you to SofaBaton for sending me out their latest X2 smart remote to test. I have other videos on my channel where I set up and tested the SofaBaton X1 remote. The setup video that I did is probably one of the more popular videos on my channel. I figured I'd pull this out and we'll do a little side-by-side comparison. Just an unboxing video for today here. This is not going to be the full setup video. I will do the setup video of the X2 at a later date. The reason being is setup on these things is involved depending on the number of components you have, and it takes some time. So I figured I'd separate out the two videos. We'll just do a pure unboxing today. Take a look at the box, take a first look, get it out of the box, and so forth. All right, so just a quick look at the box. They seem to do a really nice job of packaging here. And then what is the X2? An all-in-one hub that will control up to 50 IR, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and RF devices, so radio frequency devices. Pretty much this remote can control anything that you want to throw at it. I think I read somewhere that it's something like 50,000. They have like 50,000 different devices in their database from 5,000 brands. So it'll keep your Bluetooth devices actively connected for instant seamless switching, and that goes hand in hand with these customizable activities. So you can have an activity that says watch TV, for example, that will automatically power on, let's say, your Fire TV stick, your sound bar, your AV receiver if you have one, your video projector, and so forth. So you can create these routines that will fire off multiple devices from a single button push. So you might have a routine called watch Apple TV, say, and then it will turn on all of your stuff related to Apple TV. Omnidirectional IR controls, basically it ships with a couple of IR mini blasters that you can basically use to control devices that you have inside your cabinets or a server closet or whatever. This is probably the smarter of the SofaBaton devices that has been released so far. So more smart home control, more Wi-Fi control, and it works with ALEXA and also Google Assistant as well. And then what we're going to see in the box here is we'll have our hub, the remote itself, and a charging dock. So the charging dock was added. The X2 does not have a charging dock. In fact, you have to charge this via USB-C on the bottom here. And people that were into the old Logitech Harmony remotes complained about that quite a bit because they liked having the fact that it's a dock. Honestly, these remotes hold the charge for a long time. I have not charged this remote in over a month, and it still has like 3/4 battery life with somewhat limited use, but the charging these things lasts a long time. So good on that. I do like the fact that there's a charging dock there. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then just a little bit more in terms of the specifications on the box here. So there's the cloud device library. So that's the 50,000 devices from 5,000 brands that I mentioned. New with this one is a touchscreen. I think one of the biggest drawbacks on the old remote, so they have this flywheel that is a little bit, from a usability perspective, it's not ideal. It's a little bit clunky to control your activities. Right now, I've watched Fire TV here because I was testing some things, but and you basically press on the ball to do it. This is going to work more like your smartphone, so that I think is the most exciting development here, and it's also colors. I'm excited to see what that looks like. And then the charging dock I mentioned, and then the extensive battery life. Okay, let's get this guy out of the box. Here we go. All right, so right on the top we have our quick start guide. Okay, get the app, connect up. Right. In my X1 video, I walk through step by step all of the different things you need to do to get your devices online. The setup process is going to be similar for the X2, very similar. The X2 is the X1 with a couple of small differences. So I will plan to create a full setup video very soon for this guy here. I want to get it set up and start using it in my home here. So that is definitely on the list. And we have full documentation inside, which is nice. Honestly, the way to go with these though is to watch a video. The setup it's complex, it's doable, but it's complex, and you really need to follow step by step through the entire process to add all of your devices to the remote. So I will say that. And then, oh wow. All right, so already this feels really solid in my hand. It's actually a little cold. So it feels like solid steel or aluminum, whatever it is. It definitely, nice little peel there. It definitely feels very, very solid state. It feels a lot more premium than the other one. So there's what it looks like on the side. Here's the back, and then here we go again with the touchscreen. Just see. No, so I think so. It ships in basically a sleep state, and I think you need to either attach it via USB-C or the charger in order to wake it up and get it charged up to see what the screen looks like. We're going to do that in a second here, but overall, I am super impressed with this, and it just feels amazing, particularly compared to the X1. It just feels all around more premium. It feels like some of those higher end, Creston and some of those other high Control 4, some of those other higher end remote controls that I can't afford, but I have rich friends who happen to own them. But this actually feels super premium. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna just take this, set this aside right now. Let's put this here. And ooh, foam, we love foam. Stick that here, and yeah, so they do a really, really, really nice job with the packaging here over at SofaBaton. And as you can see, everything is packaged in the box here, nice and snugly. Is that a word? All right, so here we have our hub. This is the piece de resistance, if you will. So that's what the hub looks like. It's lightweight and plastic, but it does the job. Feels very similar to the old X1 hub. It does say X2 hub on it, so I'm not sure if it's also compatible with the X1. Probably not, would be my guess. So that's interesting. Set that aside, stick that right here for now. And then we have our docking station. So this is a major add for this particular remote. So the X2 did not have it. In fact, the X1 did not have it. In fact, the X1, you needed to charge it via USB-C on the bottom. That was a complaint for some people. The battery life is exceptional on this. So this right now, that much battery life, I've been running this for easily well over 30 hours since the last time I charged it. Battery life lasts a long time on both of these remotes, and it's going to be a similar sort of vibe. All right, so there's that. And now next up, we want to, so we have our power bricks. We have two power bricks. One brick is actually to power the hub, and then the other one is to power the charger. I was going to say remote. No, it's to power the charger. So we'll take a look at that. And then we have our two USB-A to C cables. So the A end goes into the charging brick like so, and then same for this guy here. Right, okay, and then the USB-C end is going to go either into the back of the hub like that right there, and then this guy is going to go into the back of the charger like that. So next, what I'll do is I will get this guy charged up. We'll take a closer look, and oh yeah, so we also have our two IR mini blasters here that connect into the hub. So there should be two audio style jacks. What do you call them? The 3.5 millimeter jacks. This will go into here. Basically, the way that these work, these IR mini blasters, is if you have devices stuck in your cabinets or behind closet doors, wherever they are, server closet and so forth, you stick the 3.5 millimeter male jack into the back of the hub, and then these can dangle outside your cabinet. You get even better control. My understanding is that this actually works great across the room, through some walls even, and you're probably not going to need these for most people. If you have a fancy server closet, you might have a steel door, whatever, yes, or maybe you have, you've got a super tight cabinet, I would say yes in that case, but generally speaking, these are not going to be required. All right, so I did get this fully charged. In fact, it did ship with a little bit of charge, so not sure why. Maybe you need to connect it to the dock initially just to get the thing to turn on, but the screen is absolutely beautiful. I love it. So that color screen is nice. The pastels are easy on the eyes. We have our devices, activity, sleep timer, settings, sync, and version. The biggest drawback of this guy here, in my opinion, is that you had to use this sort of flywheel, which was kind of weird, in order to control. So if I go to back to the main screen here and say, activities, devices, and settings, this ball here is used to control it. Now you can basically just use it like you would your iPhone. You hit activities. Of course, there's no activities yet because I haven't set anything up. Same for devices, and the touchscreen seems super responsive. There's all our settings in here, and I mean, even the font is just, it's a whole nother level. I guess more of a premium, it's an overall premium feeling remote. So I really, really like this at all. I have a blog, universalremotereviews.com. In fact, I'll drop a link to that down below, where I do reviews of all sorts of remote controls. Remote controls have been very much the forefront of my, sort of tech experience, if you will, for years now. I've actually blogged about easily. I have, I think, 115 different blog posts on that website, and there's comparisons with this and harmony in some of the other remotes out there as well. So all right guys, so there you have it, my unboxing of the SofaBaton X2 universal remote. Full setup video coming soon, as well as a review of this. I will leave a link to the X2 in the description if you're interested in checking it out. It'll be an affiliate link. If you use it, all proceeds go to support the channel. And I'll also drop some links down in my universal remote reviews blogs that I have on this guy here as well. And leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and let me know if you're interested in seeing more videos on this guy, and I hope to see you in the next video.